Hi, I'm Marty Levinson. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine.
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson, and together we're going to cut violent crime in the 46th Ward.
Marty, I'm Caroline Vickery. I'm going to cut out backroom deals in the 43rd Ward.
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson, and welcome to the Northtown News Magazine.
Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Back to that lemon light city, sweet home Chicago. 2 is 4, 4 4 6. Come on, baby, now get your business fixed. Come on, honey, don't you wanna go back to the lemon light?
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson, the real Marty Levinson. All these people have been doing me for 7 years, maybe 8 years, but I really am the Marty Levinson that you all want to see. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine show with the greatest cameraman around, Sonny Hirsch, and your host of 22 years on television, Avi Myers.
Thank you, Marty. Avi Myers, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine, a presentation of Sonny Hirsch and myself. Dial us up on the web at ntnm.org. You will find links to all our shows on YouTube, over 300,000 watched. Thank you so much. Community policing in the 24th District is alive and well. Please show up at the meetings. All kinds of interesting guests have shown up last minute, including the people that run the 911 Center, Deputy Chief of Patrol Wayne Guilford. You'll get to meet them, talk to them. You could have asked all your 911 questions to the people that run the 911 Center. You could have answered all your beat cop questions to the guy who runs patrol for the whole city of Chicago. A lot you can learn at those meetings. Show up. Okay, we have 19 runoffs in the city. This is the only South Side race we're covering because it is an area that is near and dear to everybody in the city of Chicago. And that is the 11th Ward, which of course has a very fabled history. And somebody looking to make a difference, maybe in the right direction, in that 11th Ward has achieved a runoff despite money and name opposition, and that's John Kozlar. Congratulations,
Thank
John.
you. Thank you very much.
So there's a lot of people excited about your campaign.
Oh, we have a lot, just because this is the first time in the history of the 11th Ward we actually had a runoff, and including the mayoral election too. So a lot of people are excited, and I think, again, the message stays the same from day one. They're ready for a change, and that's what we're going to be continue to say and go door to door.
In the old days, the vote, when they had voting machines, not the punch things, in the 11th Ward, basically the ballot would say Democratic Mayor Richard J. Daley. Mm-hmm. Then it would say Republican danger 50,000 watts.
Right. Yeah. The good thing is this election, it's nonpartisan, which I 100% have a huge heartwarming for, because if a Democrat or Republican comes into my office, I'm going to treat them the same, especially if they want to improve our community as a whole. So I'm running, again, in a nonpartisan. There's no D or an R or an I next to either my name or my opponent's name, which I think should be a lot about the politics in Chicago.
What are the boundaries of the 11th Ward?
Yeah, so we actually, with the remapping, we go from 49th Street in Canaryville. We still include Bridgeport, and now we have the new neighborhoods of East Pilsen and the UIC area. So we go all the way up to Harrison Street.
Wow, that's really a stretch.
Yes, it is. It's a long area, but what we're trying to do is make sure that each neighborhood feels as if we're one community.
So, no, that'd be great. And, people working together achieve things. People fighting each other don't achieve very much at all.
Right, and just like the back and forth, I mean, at the end of the day, we're all neighbors. One of the great things about the 11th Ward is that we are families. It's a family, close-knit community, and we just want to make sure everybody stays friends afterwards for the election, because all of our hearts are in it for the right reasons. It's up to the voters to decide on which direction they want to choose.
What do you see as the major issues?
So we have a few. I think number one is economic development within our own community. In the 11th Ward, we have 2 million people coming to our community in 81 days, and that being the Chicago White Sox. But unlike Wrigley Field, where people go and gravitate to the neighborhood, the people who go to a White Sox games, they tend to leave. And my whole perspective in working with community members is say, how can we make our 35th Street more appealing? How can we make the local businesses who are there already prosper. And I think when you do that, the message stays the same, and we have to create economic development. We can't just have boarded up storefronts along 35th and Halster Street or empty lots down Canaryville or for lease signs in the UIC area. We have to attract people, and that comes down to rolling up our sleeves, talking with everybody. And that means our business owners, the community, and the investors, and say, hey, the 11th Ward is a very, very vibrant place. Come inside our neighborhood and invest. And not only just invest, but employ people from our own community. And that's one of the propositions that I have on my website.
No, that's such an important thing, employing people who are local. Because if everybody within the neighborhood helps themselves, if they work together, hire each other, spend their money within the community, everybody winds up prospering.
Absolutely, and what you get a community feel. So if you have employment coming directly from the people who live in our community, or if you have people who need employment are living from our community, then you build that sense of one community working together. And that's what we need. We need people to invest in our community, but not only invest, employ people who are from our neighborhoods.
No, definitely. That definitely sounds pretty good. So, okay, at this stage of the campaign, you were only outspent by like a major fortune.
Right.
So
we were outspent 10-1, but the direct result of February 24th was that people rejected the money aspect of it. Money no longer buys campaigns, and that was evident in this last election where no candidate got over 50%. Even the person who outspent the other candidates 10-1. Now we don't have a huge war chest, but we have people who believe in the message that we have been saying from day one, and we're not going to change that message. And it's been resonating with a lot of people, and there's just the sentiment that people had enough of the same old, same old. They want to change in politics, and they want to be included at the table, and not necessarily be a part of a small circle.
And yeah, that I would definitely say that the people have been running things. Small circle is a nice way to put it.
Right. So it's just one of the things we're definitely going to try to change, and we'll be changing with the people.
Yeah. What about crime and safety? How's that over there?
Yeah, the crime and safety is going to come down to people working together as well. We have very, very good CAPS programs. Again, we would love to put more police on the streets, but we have to be mindful of our city budget. But the CAPS programs is a direct result of the police working together with the community. And although we don't have a huge influx of crime, we just want to make sure that we continue the path that we are right now, and don't want crime to increase at all, but to still make sure the good people in our neighborhood stay here and the bad people not want to come in. So.
No, that sounds like a reasonable and wise guy rule by which to be ruled.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
That's for sure. Do you have a campaign office now?
Yeah, so we have a campaign office. It's on 436 West 31st Street, which is right on the corner of Canal. And the phone number there is 312-285-2397. We'll have signs available actually right now, and pins, buttons, the whole 9 yards. So if anybody wants to come in and stop by, we'll love to have anybody help us spread the word and advertise this campaign as much as possible.
Did you see a big boost in support from people after the election?
Yeah. So I think there was a sentiment. One, it was very cold. It was flurrying on election day, so the turnout was low all the way through Chicago. But with this election, I think a lot of people, it's never been done before. In the 11th Ward, the stronghold of
the dailies,
right, and just even Chicago politics. We already made history once. And that's just a sentiment of every vote counts. Every vote matters. And this is what can happen when people work together. And we're excited to make history again on April 7th. So,
no, every vote does matter. And the fact of the matter is, low turnouts usually favor the incumbent or the machine candidate, which of course you are not.
Right, absolutely.
So the fact that they couldn't raise enough people in a low turnout election to get 50% is a very good harbinger for you. And the fact is that with the mayoral runoff also, I think turnout will increase.
Oh, yeah, we're aiming for a large increase just for two of the factors you said. One, it's a runoff that's never happened before. Two, the weather's going to be nicer on April 7th, hopefully. And three, the mayoral election is a runoff. So there's a lot of publicity for that to people come out and vote. So again, we're looking for a high turnout, and a high turnout I think will favor us because a lot of people truly know, especially this time around, that every vote counts and that their voice will be a huge factor in having victory on April 7th.
No, definitely. Got a website?
Yes, it's www.johnkozlar.com, and it's easily accessible, and we love to hear input from our community.
And also, you've got a Facebook presence.
Facebook, we have a very nice Facebook following, and also on Twitter. So it's Twitter at John Kozlar, and the Facebook is somewhere just John Kozlar for Alderman.
No, very good. And I know you're working at this very aggressively right now, and I want to wish you all the luck in the world.
No, thank you.
Because that would be a pretty exciting thing to see. That would be a change in power that would be very interesting in a lot of ways in the right direction. There's no question about it.
Absolutely, and you have a fresh
Sorry,
approach to
Patrick.
politics. So no, yeah, it's just a fresh approach to politics, new ideas, and something that our community is embracing. And nothing against the current administration, but people just had enough. They just want to change for the betterment of our community and for our residents and neighborhoods to be put first.
No question about it. Your website once again?
www.johnkozlar.com.
www.johnkozlar.com. I hope you'll give him very serious consideration on Election Day. He's a really good guy, and I want to wish you all the luck in the world, John.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.